There is a decision you have not made. You know which one. It has been open for weeks now, long enough that the folder of evidence has stopped growing and started circulating. You visit it at night, usually. You lay the options out again, as if this time they might have rearranged themselves while you slept. They have not. Maybe it is the job offer. The spreadsheet is on its 9th revision. The columns have sub-columns. You have weighted the commute against the salary against a manager you have met twice, and the total keeps coming out to a question mark. Maybe it is the reply you have not sent. 2 drafts, toggled for a week, each one correct in a different way. Maybe it is smaller than that. Maybe you have stood in an aisle holding a $40 object and priced it like a marriage. The size of the decision does not predict the size of the paralysis. That is the first clue that something other than the decision is running this. From the outside, what you are doing looks like diligence, careful person, big choice, due consideration. From the inside, it feels like diligence too, which is the problem. But watch the shape of it. You are not gathering, you are circling. The same considerations in the same order, arriving at the same non-answer, night after night. If you have been here since episode 7, you know what circling in place is called. Lapse. Tonight, the question is why this particular track is so hard to step off. The answer has 3 layers. The first one is rigged. Here is what you believe you are doing when you weigh the options. You believe you are comparing 2 futures. Future A, in which you take the job. Future B, in which you stay. You hold them up side by side, inspect them, and pick the better one. You cannot do that. Not because you are undisciplined, because futures are not available for inspection. Nobody has ever compared 2 futures. What you are actually holding up are 2 renderings. Pictures of futures drawn from memory, mood, and guesswork by the same worried artist who paints everything else in your head at 3 in the morning. Back in episode 3, we gave this a name. The fully imagined, parikalpita, the layer of experience that is pure construction, presented as observation. A rendered future is parikalpita in its purest form. There is no fact of the matter for it to be checked against. There is only the drawing. And the 2 drawings are not made under the same conditions. The path you choose will be lived. It will come with taxes, traffic, a manager's moods, and Tuesday afternoons that are merely Tuesday afternoons. The path you do not choose will never be lived by anyone. It exists only as a rendering, and renderings are permanently backlit. No commute, no dull quarter, no ordinary Tuesday ever gets painted into the road. Not taken? Because nobody has to live there. So the comparison is rigged before it begins. Any real thing loses to a well-lit forecast. That isn't information about the options. That is a property of renderings. You are not comparing futures. You are comparing forecasts. And the unchosen path is always in better light. Nobody lives there, which raises a fair question. If the 9th pass over the pro and con list cannot settle anything, why does the mind keep scheduling it? Run the audit from episode 7 on it. Take last night's session with the spreadsheet and ask one question. What did it produce that the 8th session had not? Not what did it feel like. What did it produce? A new fact, a changed weight, a consideration that had never appeared before. Usually the honest answer is nothing. The 9th revisit added no information. What it added was about 30 seconds of feeling responsible. That is the actual product. The weighing is not a search, it is a purchase, A small hit of at least I am taking this seriously, bought nightly at the price of your evening. And underneath the purchase, there is a demand. Watch what the weighing would accept as a stopping condition. Not a good option. You have two of those, which is the whole problems. What it wants is a guarantee. A certificate stating that the chosen path will not, at any future date, produce regret. That you will never sit in the new office on a bad Tuesday and think about the old one. Episode 9. This exact craving, standing this time at a fork. The demand for certainty about the future, pointed at a choice instead of a fear. And the same clause applies here that applied there. The world does not print that document. Not for the big decisions, not for the $40 ones. The weighing continues, not because the answer is close, but because the guarantee never arrives. There is one more layer, and it is the deepest one, and it explains why the small decisions can lock up as hard as the big ones. Recall the second episode, the seventh consciousness, Manas, the self-referencing loop whose full-time job is mistaking the storehouse for a self and then defending that self around the clock. Manas does not experience a decision as a selection between options. It experiences a decision as a death. Right now, while the choice stays open, you are, in some dim background accounting, the person who takes the job and the person who stays. Both selves are alive. Choosing kills one of them. So the loop does what it always does with a threat to the self. It protects. It keeps the decision open, keeps both selves breathing, and files the protection under prudence. I need more time is sometimes true. Sometimes it is Manas making sure nobody in here dies today. This is why the paralysis does not scale with the stakes. The $40 object in the aisle is not a financial question. It is, faintly and absurdly, an identity question. The kind of person who buys this versus the kind of person who walks away. And Manas takes identity questions at any denomination. None of this is a character flaw. It is a mechanism doing what it was built to do, visible once you know where to look. The question is not how to defeat it. The question is how to size it. Here is the sizing, stated plainly. Decisions deserve deliberation in proportion to their reversibility. A decision that cannot be undone, leaving a country, ending a marriage, has earned slow, repeated consideration. A decision that can be revisited in a month has not. And when you actually check, most of the decisions that have you circling are reversible and small. Jobs can be left. Replies can be followed up. Objects can be returned. They are being priced as if permanent and large, and the pricing error is the paralysis. Modern psychology found its own coordinates for this. Researchers distinguish, roughly, two dispositions toward choice: the drive to find the best option, and the willingness to accept a good enough one. The finding is that the people who demand the best tend to report more regret and less satisfaction with their choices than the people who stop at good enough. The ones who out-deliberated, everyone end up less content with what the deliberation bought them. A 4th century map and a modern data set pointing at the same fork. The resemblance is not subtle. So the exit is not deciding better. It is deciding at the right size, good enough for the reversible, and the full machinery reserved for the few choices that have earned it. One boundary before the practice. This essay is about ordinary stuckness, the spreadsheet, the drafts, the aisle. If deciding anything has become impossible, if the paralysis has spread across your whole life, or arrives with a dread that will not lift, that is not a philosophy problem, and this is not the room for it. A professional in a real conversation beats any video. That is not a disclaimer. It is the honest sizing of what an essay can do. Tonight's practice is called the 24-hour close. Pick one open decision. Small, reversible. The reply, the purchase, the plan you keep toggling. Not the largest one on the shelf. This is training, not surgery. Decide it today. Not at certain, at good enough. Good enough means an option a reasonable person could defend, chosen without the guarantee. Then write down the date. The writing matters. It converts the decision from a mood into a record. For 24 hours, reopening is off the table. Not the decision, the reopening. Some hours in, the urge to reweigh will arrive, dressed as a new consideration. When it comes, do not argue with it and do not obey it. Label it reopening and let it crest. You have watched this woe before. In episode 9, it rises, it insists, and unobeyed, it passes. Same wave, new shore. Notice what you are practicing, because it is not what it looks like. You are not practicing being right. You are practicing being done. Rightness was never on offer. Only a rendered future ever promised it. Doneness is available today, and it is a skill. And like every skill in this series, it is built one small, watched repetition at a time. Next essay, another room of the map, the body. As a text, the mind keeps rereading, the checked symptom, the scan that finds what it searches for, the health worry loop. Same machinery turned inward at the skin. For tonight, one small decision, closed and dated, and the urge to reopen it, watched. Seen is enough.